Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to Merged Zekrom. Today, we're doing something a little different but super exciting. I know you guys love ROM hacks. I love ROM hacks. So I thought, why not sit down and make the ultimate tier list of Pokemon GBA Rom-Hacks for 2025? Now before we start, just a quick disclaimer. This is purely based on my experience and the way I see these hacks in 2025. You might agree, you might totally disagree, and that's cool. That's what makes these tier lists fun. Drop your own rankings in the comments, and let's see how heated this debate gets. Alright, let's dive straight into it. Alright, let's kick it off with the obvious one. Pokemon Unbound in S tier. Honestly, I don't think anyone's gonna argue with me on this. Unbound isn't just a hack, it's basically its own game. From the very first cutscene, you realize this isn't your usual beat 8 gyms and take on the Elite Four story. It has political intrigue, factions, actual villains with motives, and side quests that make you forget you're even playing a ROM hack. Gameplay-wise, it's got everything. Updated Pokemon up to Gen 7, Mega Evolutions, Fairy type, reasonable TMs, modern abilities, and even competitive training tools built into the game. And here's the crazy part. It actually gives you difficulty options. You can play it casual if you just want to enjoy the story, or crank it up to insane if you want to test your skills against AI that feels like an actual competitive battler. And don't even get me started on the post-game. You've got a battle frontier, extra missions, legendary hunts. It's like an entire second adventure waiting for you after you finish the main story. When I say Unbound is in a league of its own, I mean it. It feels like something Game Freak themselves could have released, maybe even better. And that's why it stands tall, alone, in S tier. Next up, we've got Radical Red in A tier. And yeah, I know some of you are already typing in the comments like, bro, Radical Red deserves S tier. And I hear you, but let me explain why it's A for me. Radical Red is probably the most famous challenge hack right now. It takes Fire Red and cranks it up to 11. Every trainer feels like a competitive player. Gym leaders have held items, competitive movesets, and AI that actually thinks. Like, you can't just span your starter strongest move and win. You've got to actually build a team, plan strategies, and sometimes even reset your run just to figure out what works. Mechanics-wise, it's fully updated. You get hidden abilities, Fairy type, moves and abilities from the newer gens, Mega Evolutions, Dynamax, all in one hack. It's honestly insane how much is crammed into it. Now here's the catch. Radical Red is not for everyone. If you're a casual player or someone who just wants a smooth Pokemon journey, this game will frustrate you. The grind is real, the bosses are brutal, and sometimes it feels like the game is out to get you. For hardcore players, It's a dream come true. But for me, while it's an amazing hack, it's a little too specialized to stand at the very top. That's why it lands firmly in A tier. Sliding down into B tier, we've got Pokemon Gaia. And I know this one is going to cause a lot of debate. Some people put Gaia in S tier, some in A. I'm putting it in B, and here's why. Pokemon Gaia is a classic. It's one average back B of for its fire. Now, Pokemon Gaia is a classic. It's got modern mechanics, solid difficulty balance, and a lot of heart. But here's the thing, Gaia hasn't really aged as well as the others. Compared to Unbound's insane level of polish, or Radical Red's fully updated mechanics, Gaia feels a little simpler. It doesn't have difficulty modes, the AI isn't as advanced, and it doesn't offer as much post-game content. Now don't get me wrong, Gaia is still one of the best experiences out there. If you want a fan-made adventure that feels like an official Nintendo release, Gaia is the recommendation. But in 2025, it just doesn't quite match up to the top dogs. That's why I think B tier is fair. Now, let's talk about Pokemon Source, which I've placed in C tier. Source is one of those hacks that's really creative. It brings a brand new story, a darker tone, Fakeamon designs, and a custom region that actually feels different from the usual Pokemon formula. It's not afraid to take risks, and I respect that a lot. Problem is, it doesn't quite stick the landing. Some parts of the story feel a little rushed, the Fakeamon designs are a bit hit or miss, and the overall polish just isn't on the same level as games like Gaia or Radical Red. It's fun, don't get me wrong, but it's not something I'd recommend as a must-play. That's why I've placed it in C tier. A cool experiment, worth checking out if you've already played the big names, but not a top contender. And finally, we've got Blazed Glazed in D tier. And man, I already know this is the placement that's gonna blow up the comment section. Because, let's be real, Pokemon Glazed was one of the most popular hacks of all time. Back in the early 2010s, everyone and their cousin was playing it. It had multiple regions, tons of legendaries, and just this huge, ambitious scope. Glazed came along and made some improvements, but still, in 2025, it doesn't hold up. The story is messy, the balance is all over the place, and the grind is brutal. You'll spend more time level grinding than actually battling. It was a masterpiece in its time, but when you put it next to modern hacks like Unbound or Radical Red, it just feels outdated. That's why, as much as it pains me, I've got to put Glazed in D tier. It's more of a historical relic than a game I'd recommend today. So, there it is. My ultimate Pokemon ROM hack tier list for 2025. S tier, Unbound A tier. B tier, Runia. C tier, Gaia. Soars, D tier, Soars, D tier, Glazed. And remember, this is just my ranking. I know some of you will say Gaia deserves S tier. Some of you will defend Glazed till the end of time. And hey, that's fine. That's what makes this fun. I want to hear your tier lists in the comments. Tell me where you'd put these games, and if there are hacks I missed that you think should have been on this list, let me know. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this with your friends who are into ROM hacks. The ROM hack scene is alive and thriving in 2025, and we've got a lot more to explore. Thanks for watching Merged Zekrom, and I'll see you in the next one.